Hi, I'm Sandi Jerome, and I have two exciting things to share with you. First is that the Wallabies are back at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I've been waiting so long, and we'll get to that in a second. I've started working on the second book in my Wilma Wallaby Genius Girl Detective series. And I just finished the second book in my Kira and Henry's young teen fantasy series, and it's called Lost in the Enchanted Forest. And I also finished a project I've been working on for over 10 years, and that's on Keith's family, and it's called Churchill's Mom, the story of Jenny Jerome. So you probably get the Jerome, Sandi Jerome and Jenny Jerome, an American heiress. That's done. It's out on Amazon. And we'll talk more about my upcoming projects at the end of this, but let's first get a look at that wallaby. When I started writing a book about all the animals of Disney's Animal Kingdom, I would visit the wallaby sign on the Oasis trail but never see the wallaby. But then a cast member pointed the little guy out, and I was so delighted. But when I started this YouTube playlist of all the animals at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and I got probably about 30 done, well, the wallabies disappeared. The sign was even covered for years. But every visit, about once a week for 3 years, I'd look, and finally in May 2005, this year, they were back. Now, if you visit Dr. Mark at Disney on Instagram, you'll hear animal keeper Angela tell us that their names are Hugh, Chili, and Lolly. There's 2 females and 1 male. Now, I'll put the link to that Instagram down below. Now, they're only about 18 inches tall. That always makes it hard to see. You're kind of looking for like kangaroo looking, but they're tiny. And they only weigh 15 to 20 pounds. This Tammar Wallaby is the smallest of the wallaby species. It's native to South and Western Australia, and the Tammar Wallaby is gray in color. They have a small head and large ears. Their long tail is thick, and they use it as a base. They have the ability to retain energy while hopping. Each hop returns energy back into its tendons and recoils with a recoil effect. The Tammar Wallaby is most active at night, and that's probably why it's hard to see them sometimes during the day. And they eat mostly grasses. They also eat plants, up to 24 different plant species, and they've even adapted to be able to drink seawater. Now, my first actual look at a wallaby happened a few years ago while I was in Australia, and I thought if I combine that name Wallaby with one of my favorite first names, Wilma, from both the Flintstones, and Wilma Mankiller, the first female chief of my tribe, the Cherokee Nation, I'd have a great character name, Wilma Wallaby. I wanted to write a book about a girl detective, and I originally set it at Disney World and called it Pixie Dust Death, which is still available on Amazon. But then after working with a producer in the UK to develop this into a kids series, he suggested I rewrite it to remove the Magic Kingdom and the Grand Floridian, where it takes place, to avoid issues with Disney. So I invented a theme park in Florida called Castle Country. So if you want to read this young adult book set at Disney, order Pixie Dust Death on Amazon. But if you like my series, my next Wilma Wallaby will be out before the holidays, and book 2 will be called Jazz Jinx, about the Missy Oboe player that I mentioned at the end of both books. I haven't abandoned my screenplay career. If you visit my new website, sandrajerome.com, you can still get the free books by going to the contact page and then requesting them. If you've watched some of my Viking River Cruise books or the elderly traveling on the Disney Wish. But you can see I'm still cranking out screenplays, and my manager attends all the festivals and promotes them. My latest screenplay is Churchill's Mom, based on the book I showed you in the first few moments of this video. And I've written the Bible for this limited series and outlined the first few episodes. I love writing young adult the best, and I'm continuing on these 2 series, Kira and Henry, the teen fantasy set in a magical kingdom, and Wilma Wallaby, set here in Florida. So what's next? Well, it's a book based on a screenplay by my manager's mother called Machiavelli's Princess, which I'll start on once they approve my outline. My next videos will be a Disney Vacation Club video about the beach club, which I'll visit next month, and then a gardening video about the cassava plant. Be sure to like and subscribe. I have a goal of reaching 100,000 views this year, and I'm getting close at 93,000. Thank you for watching.